Welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm one of your hosts, Brian, joined the other host,
Karen.
Karen, what are we talking about for this episode?
We're going to talk about pits opening up in Cadott, Wisconsin.
Yeah, let's start the timer and just dive into this here. Okay, so in Cadott, Wisconsin, there's a festival every year called Rockfest. We went last year to this.
Yes.
Did a whole review and sort of episode on that. We even have a vlog that will be posted in like 4 years from now. But we went to this, we reviewed it, and I really liked the festival. Like, I thought there were a lot of really good things going on with the festival.
There are good points, yes.
There's like one major point that is just fucking ridiculous and stupid, and that is
The main stage.
the main stage with the lawn chairs.
Yes.
Fucking everywhere. I hate the goddamn
Yeah.
lawn chairs. And that alone, like, took a festival that was like top tier to me and just dropped it to the fucking
like
bottom.
we could have probably went, well, maybe not this year because this year the lineup kind of is, but go again. But right now I'm just like, I don't want to go again.
Yeah, I mean, so when we get into this, I've seen other people say, and you say, and I've even heard other people say, like, yeah, the lineup just kind of meh. I actually kind of enjoy the lineup this year.
Okay, well, whatever. Some people could be right and some people could be wrong.
Sure, I can be right. But no, like, the point is, like, it's still a great festival. Like, there's so many good things going on, but the lawn chairs were sort of the thing that I was like, fuck, what the hell?
Yeah.
I completely forgot that they did not allow moshing.
Right. So we went last year to see Thrash of the Titans. Now I would call all of them our friends. We used to say our one friend, but the band that they have where they play the tribute to the Big Four. And I think it was the first time they were on the stage, right?
It was actually the second set, I believe.
Okay, so the first time people were in the pit, though, right?
I completely forgot about this until thinking about this. But yeah, so they had 3 sets.
Yeah.
Their first set, they had a pit, I think, a little small pit. Second set, they start playing, and in the middle of it, like a security guard walks in the middle and just stands on the floor. And then it was after that Matt came down and like chatted with him for a little bit. And I never talked to Matt about like what the fuck did they talk to you about?
All I know is that he was told that he couldn't encourage pits.
Because he was encouraging pits.
Yeah.
Because I think he even got down into the pit with them at one point.
During the first set, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Or at least he headbanged with them because they all throw their hands up and start headbanging. Like, Matt does that all the time. He like jumps in the crowd and like interacts with the crowd. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but during the second set, sorry.
No, go ahead.
During the second set, like they were going, doing pit stuff.
Yeah.
And the security guard just came in and like told him to stop and like stood there with his arms crossed in the middle of the crowd.
And like stared at Matt.
Yes. Yeah. And I personally didn't realize what was going on. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is this guy standing here?
I assumed it was to stop the pit. And mainly I thought it was because that particular stage, I think the floor was gravel.
It was gravel.
So it's one of those things like, this is a safety thing. You're not going to mosh and knock people on the ground in gravel. And I was like, okay, then put fucking cement, real floors down.
In my mind, people understand the risk of being in a pit. And they are walking on the gravel, so they know the gravel's there.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. And you see it all the time with venues saying, no moshing, no crowd surfing. And I honestly think that's a liability thing of being like...
They have to say, like, what? Or, like, say no moshing, no crowd surfing in case somebody gets hurt.
And that way you can't sue us type thing. So I really think that's what it is. But... Again, I didn't realize it was no moshing anywhere across the festival. But apparently this year, they're going to allow moshing at the festival.
In designated areas.
Yes. That's weird.
I hope the main stage is where the lawn chairs are.
I don't... Yeah. What do you mean? The designated areas where the lawn chairs are? Okay. You said the main... Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the main stage where the lawn chairs are. But, yeah, it seems like that they're going to have, like, roped off areas for a pit to happen, which is...
And there's like a lot of comments around this, like, oh, that's awesome. Finally, we get moshing. But then other comments are like, is there really going to be much moshing at Jelly Roll? Like, there's not that much kind of energy,
well,
right?
Well, and I saw comments on like Instagram and stuff that were like, I think it might be people who haven't went to the festival and they're like, how can you stop people from being in a pit? Like,
yeah.
And I guess like during Ginger last year, people were getting physically assaulted by the security guards to stop being in a pit. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is bullshit as well.
Yeah. I did see one comment where it was like, no, there are designated areas. It's called the back. Just go away from the pit where it's going to be. One comment that I didn't even think about from this perspective is somebody's like, I am disabled and I want to be in the crowd, but I don't want to be thrashed around type thing. So when a pit opens, it's very hard for me.
Yeah.
So I get that aspect.
I get that too. And I guess that's something we take for granted that we don't have to
Yeah.
think about that. Sorry, I shouldn't say but. Sorry, no, I just said but 3 times. There's also been times that I've seen, not personally at a show, but like pictures and at other shows where people who do have a disability are partaking in whatever crowd surf, if it's crowd surfing in a pit, whatever. So, but I understand where that person might be coming from, that it is hard. I mean, even sometimes, like, if you don't feel like being near the pit, it's like, okay, now I have to move back or something.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy standing there and when a pit opens up next to us. I really like that.
Yeah.
I don't get into the pit. I like being next to it.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see people who are just standing there and all of a sudden they get pushed.
Yeah.
And I get pushed a lot when I'm next to the pit. Sometimes I take my eyes off the pit and start watching the stage, and then I get knocked and fall like 4 people into the crowd.
Yeah.
And they're kind of pissed, and they should be, I guess. I should have been paying better attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's really fucking weird that we're finally allowing pitting, but it's going to be in roped off areas. I'm curious too where they're going to be. I think it's going to be further in the back than it will be in like the middle.
I think so too, and I'm very curious, like how I'm going to look at pictures for sure because we're not going this year. I mean,
yeah.
But I'm really, really curious, like how it's going to be.
Yep.
And if they're going to change again next year.
Like iterate over it. Like, all right, this was better. We can improve on what we were doing.
Yeah. I mean, at least that's what you just said. Improve on the actions that are being taken.
Yeah.
And I guess it is a start, but it's also like if you're going to advertise this as like a metal and rock fest, like that's kind of expected in my mind.
And again, another comment was like, awesome. Maybe now we can get heavier bands to show up.
That's true. That's true.
Though the one comment that I loved the most was something along the lines of like, cool. Could we actually do away with the lawn chairs first?
I know. I saw that too. So I saw something like that. Like, how about we get rid of the VIP lawn chairs that are taking up the whole space in front of the stage?
But it's not even VIP lawn chairs.
It's
like
not.
All the fucking lawn chairs.
It's not. Yeah. But there is that whole area that's VIP lawn chairs where you can't even if you're in a lawn chair, you can't see the stage because you're behind.
Yeah, we're at time. But yeah, I agreed. That's again, like I don't want to say I had such a good time. This festival had so many good things going for it.
Yeah.
But the lawn chairs for me diminished it so much. Again, I didn't even realize there was no pitting happening or even allowed outside of seeing Thrash of the Titans. And again, I completely forgot all about that until I just read this article and was like, holy shit. Or saw the news of this. There's a few articles out there about it.
Yeah. I saw it from Rockfest themselves on Instagram. So.
Oh, did you? I think you did. Yeah, I remember you laughing on the couch when you were reading it. I don't know. It's a good step in the direction, but not. Should have been allowing pitting from the beginning. Get away with the fucking lawn chairs, and then maybe it'll be a halfway decent festival.
Yeah. But if you go to the festival this year, maybe send us a picture on Instagram to see what it is like, because I'm really curious.
Yeah, I'm curious too. I'll definitely be checking out photos to see what things are like.
Totally.
Anyway, go out, check out live music. It's a blast, even when it's not. It's still a blast.
Yep. Open the pit.